Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 3, Week 9, Day 2 live stream. So I had to actually just redo the stream start because for whatever reason it said my stream key was invalid, which is kind of weird, but it never actually said that, so I had to go reset it real quick and seems to all be in order now. But anyways, so that's fixed now, luckily. I did the stream for like 2-3 minutes thinking I was streaming the whole time, and then it was like, nope. But anyways, two main things we're going to be doing today. Of course, one of them is, I'll probably do the faction as well. Or not the faction, I mean the word lore event as well. However, main thing we got going on, of course, is the faction event for Roost. This place, really heavy on yellow, so if you want to run a finesse for it, you could pretty much just absolutely demolish it and get all the free loots. Weapon is just a pretty standard thing. It's pretty useless. You would never really want to get it unless you're just getting it for completionist sake, or if you're just getting it along the way of getting the faction complete. But a pretty standard faction day. If nothing else, we get 2 orbs for a very short duration of time and a Volkey in there. Aside from that, we will probably finish up the last little bit of tasks that we have for the campaign. And by last little bit of task, I mean literally just 3 dungeons. Well, technically we have one other thing after that. It's probably pretty straightforward though. So we still have that. And of course, the main thing, or the other main thing, we got access to the Mythic as of this week, a week early. So we're going to be messing with that. Probably cover a video on it tomorrow, hopefully. And if not tomorrow, definitely Thursday, but hopefully I'll be able to get it out tomorrow. Have a couple other things I need to do, but should be able to. Also, Nintendo Direct's tomorrow. They haven't done that for like a year and a half now. It's all the way in the later of the day, though, so it shouldn't really interfere with anything. But anyways, where should we start? Let's actually go start with the dungeons, I guess. Start with the dungeon and the other thing, and go from there. We do have a legendary for keys as well, 2 gem keys and 4 event keys. Pretty nice. I don't really need the event keys, but still decent nonetheless. I guess we'll go grab both of those real quick, just because that will end up completing out our, what's it called? Where did my Fenicio team go? Because that'll end up completing out our, where's my Fenicio? There it is. Because that will complete out our pass. Let me make the chat bigger so I can see you guys. Hello, Draco. Hello, Jonathan. Hello, Captain. Hello, Gustavo. Hello, Brimming. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Michael. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, Tasco. And hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, Texas has been getting hit really, really hard. Hope everyone out there is doing okay. Let's see, that should be full mana. Or not, because it doesn't want to give it to us. It never wants to give it to us. We'll try for yellow off the sky. Did not get it, though. It's Birmingham minus the ham. Brimming. Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense. Oh, so how's the quality of the stream, by the way? My program is saying that's bad, but YouTube's saying it's okay. I was having an issue with the thing before it even started. What's it even saying right now? I said it was losing some frames. And now it's saying it's losing some more frames. Program just not wanting to work correctly tonight, it appears. I'm not sure why it just randomly decides to just not want to work some days. I've never seen it say wrong Steam key before, though. Well, it didn't even say specifically wrong Steam key. But it said something along the lines that made me want to reset it, and then it worked. It said something like the stream key wasn't responding or something, which I've never seen before. Hey, that reminds me, I should probably put something else on my copy-paste. So I don't accidentally paste my stream key. Let's see. Hello? Because then I'd have to reset it again. Okay, I got something else on my copy-paste now. I'll make sure 100% I have it copied. Just in case, because that would be a little bit of a fail. We could easily just reset it, but still. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've clicked copy. At least 1.5 billion times. Actually, there's one other way to make sure. There we go. Now we really definitely have copied something. What do we have here? Get that? Oh, I should just taken red. Should be fine now. But yeah, I believe after this we have to do something 15 times. I completely forget what that is. But it was like do something 15 times and then we get the last little bit of the event done. And right now we're actually getting the extended reward since we have the above the pass thingy. Nothing too enticing underneath it, but still decent loot nonetheless. Yeah, World Lore event's a little bit weird with what you have. Like, if you had access to any weapons, it'd probably be a little bit less weird. But of course, the weapons, too, are restricted by KZL. Because something like Thursday's restriction is going to be kind of like that, where you have access to every weapon, but you're restricted to KZL plus Dwarf. Like, that gives you a lot more options for what you could use. Because of the better weapon synergy. It's really unfortunate that is ever so barely not dead. But at least we got a Phylactery out of it. Free 110 souls. Definitely don't mind. Are the green orbs a higher percent of the drop rate? Yes. Blues are 15%. Purples are 20%? Yeah, it should be 15 blue. 20 purple. 35 green and 30 orange. Is that 100%? That should be 100%. Did I do math right? But yeah, it should be 15 blue, 20 purple, 30 orange, 35 green. Math. Yeah, that's 100%. But yeah, last I recall, those are the drop rates. I'm not sure if they've tweaked it since then. But that should be the drop rate. 15 blue, 20 purple, 30 orange, 35 green. So yes, green is the most common. They're not weighted evenly. I wish it would show the drop tables in game. We know what they are, but there's nowhere in game where it says that. Yep, what Kelly mentions. Pretty sure that's what I just said, right? Well, I thought green has higher chance than orange. Alright, there we go. And now we can actually go do the task. Oh, I got a Vault Key today. So I normally say a Vault Key's worth about 80 gems, but I said that before the 20% buff, so theoretically they're worth, what, 96 gems? So you could say 100. So do we want to overpay for a Vault Key just for the luck of maybe getting lucky? Yes. I'll try it. Let's go throw a Vault Key real quick for fun. I should probably change my team to be correct, though. Let's see. Let's do this for fun. Let's see. Where's my rolling team? Okay, I need to fix everything with this. For one, we need Doom Scythe. And for two, we need Archmagus. And now we can go in. Okay, do we have alignment? No. Do we want to set up into alignment by wasting our turn and then casting? Yes. That might seem like a really weird move, but it allows us to do this. There we go. Nope, it was not worth it. 100% not worth it. Wow, that key was bad. 3,000 gold, 3,120 souls, and 2 miners. Ouch. Oh, there goes 120 gems. That was a horrifically bad key. And this is why you don't buy it when it's 120. Because the vault key's worth about 80 gems or so. That is why. Let's see. You can get some really good vault keys, but there's also those ultra bad ones. Win any battle with your hero. Hey, I was right. It is exactly 15. It's with hammer. Okay, I guess we just run Rowan real quick with hammer. So same team we're using right now, but literally any hammer. Actually, unless we want to run the World Lore event team right now, aren't we using hammer right now? And if we're not, we can change it to hammer. I'm looking for guild. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for that. Fight. Hammer. Alright, that's what we do. Sure seems like it. Alright, should be good to go. And this will count as hammer. We have to do this 15 times. Let me go change my thingy. And should be good to go. You get 81,000 gold on a vault battle. Yeah, it's actually technically possible to get over 200,000 if you got every single one to basically do their biggest gold drop. Which would actually not be horrible if that was to happen. But yeah, Sledgehammer, the deeper we go, will become better. For the earlier battles, it's a bit slow, but the deeper we keep going into this event, the more effective Hammer will be. So run Hammer for our 15 times here. Though I'm not sure we're even going to have enough battles to run it 15 times. Because even if we get 2 Val Ravens, that's only going to be 10 of our 15. So who knows, maybe we'll get more than that many Val Ravens. We might. I didn't even double check to see if we had alignment. I just kind of assumed we would. Let's see. We luckily did though. Kind of overly assumed we would. Though we did. Yeah, a lot of people keep mentioning the new troop is better than I give it credit for. I still disagree for the most part. If the battle went on for a very long time, it might get better value. But if we're winning in like under a minute, I don't think it's going to be worth it. Due to the fact it doesn't have Empower. Then this is good. Now it's good. Yeah, he does give 3 magic every time. I just figured that would scale pretty slow, though. So I guess 3 magic in this game mode is technically... Well, it depends how much multiplier you have. But with what we currently have, I think it would be 9 damage, then? Every 3 magic would be 9 damage. Since we have 200% extra, which basically makes that 3 into 9. It's very unfortunate that these separated. These just won't kill. This will, though. And that would actually hit the 2 even if they were separated. However, Hammer, it has to be adjacent. Yeah, it is gaining a decent amount of mana from the explosion back. How do we not hit an extra turn from the cascade there? Rather surprised. Also, we're definitely not going to get enough Val Ravens to do this. Gotta be short. This is probably our last Val Raven. And even if it's not, even if we get one more Val Raven, that's still short. by like 3 or something. The next Friday monthly Mythic, you can only cast once. There are some trips that are like that. I didn't actually check it yet. But yeah, trips like that can be good, but they're very situational. Zugov was basically useless when he was like that, which is why they removed it from him and made him infinite cast. Has to be a really good cast to justify using it only once. Even something like Great Maul that used to be somewhat decent in the past due to Iron Gut is basically never used ever. Because Iron Gut's just a much better version of it. Like much, much better. Like insanely better. Oh, what am I doing? I can just convert. Actually, I can just kill it with a thing. Don't even need mana. Already got the win. Alright, and unless we get Valraven here, that is the final battle. And I think we're still like 5 hammers short or something. Let's see, how many hammers short are we? We are... That's not the info I need. We are 5 hammers short. Okay. Easiest way to go to this is just go to somewheres where we already have it. Explore 1. Use this team, but use any hammer. Sure, that one. Hey, should be good to go. Doesn't really matter what one we choose. Yeah, Great Maul's still usable. It just used a lot less in the current state of the game. It's good if you need a lot of brown and yellow mana for your team, because it gets his Devourer and then can still feed them. And then you do it into some kind of follow-up skull spam. Like yellow and brown skull spams gain quite a bit of a benefit when being used with it. Since you could do the Great Maul and then follow up with skull spam pretty much immediately. I hate that Great Maul doesn't have its old trait, though. They gave it to Krog the Dread, and they nerfed it all the way from 15% to 5% and fixed its glitch, which made it pretty much useless, except for those random times where it just decides to kill you in factions. Let's put that 5% randomly. You think it's not going to be a threat, and then boom, 5%! When using Ironhawk's final trait on a troop that has Fairy Fire, will the troop take no? It basically counts as pure damage and does not get boosted by anything. I'm not sure what term would you really use for it. I'm pretty sure I just refer to it as pure damage. Not sure if it even has a proper term in this game. But there's physical damage, which is, you know, what most damage is, where it just hits the armor and then hits the HP. There's true damage, which obviously just hits straight for HP. But then there's also the pure damage, which is not modified by anything. It just hits things for its full value. A couple instances of this are Charm and Traits. All traits that do damage count as pure damage, and Charm also counts as pure damage. Their damage is unmodified by any kind of additional modifier. There's nothing that reduces them, and there's nothing that increases their damage. And Charm and Traits, I believe, are the only instances of it. Actually, theoretically, there's a third. Charm, Traits, and any modifier on a weapon that specifically does damage. Like if it says like 5 damage to first or 7 damage to last or whatever it has. That also counts in that regard. If it explodes skulls, that still counts as physical skull damage. But if it just says like a damage value, I'm pretty sure that one also counts as pure damage. But no, Fairy Fire, Hunter's Mark, and any reduction all have no effect on it. Hey, didn't we already do our 5 hammers? Should be. If not, this is definitely our final one we need. Yep, we got it. Okay, there we go. We're now done with all of Chapter 9 tasks. Then we just gotta do all of Chapter 10 next Monday. Hopefully it'll all be done doable on Monday. And there's some of the gems we wasted back. Oh, we also got a Volkey at the end. Almost forgot about it. I wish it was an epic Volkey, but Volkey's still possibly good. As long as it's better than what we just got from our previous Volkey today. But anyways, we did that. We'll probably go run the World Law event now. I mean, not World Law event. I mean, that's literally what I just ran. I'm in the faction. And then we'll hand out a code midway through this. And then the rest of the time we'll mess with the Mythic. Sounds like a game plan. So as far as team, I currently have it set for high level range. So let me go lower down. Are we just going to run Finesse? I guess we're going to run Finesse. That's not Finesse. Oh no, did I overwrite my team? Oh no, this is Finesse. Aha! We're going to do it with Nimbus Bow though. I just have it with Black Manacles because a lot of people don't have Nimbus Bow. So it's easier to copy paste. However, we will be running Nimbus with it. Banner also gets changed because it uses yellow. Okay, that should be good. Don't think we need to change anything else. I think we're set to magic. Actually, there's one other thing I should change. However, I should do a battle first. We should be on 20% into 8 magic instead of just 12 magic. Use that 20% helps us get rolling a bit quicker. Also, I need to go get enchant. That's another thing we don't have currently. Otherwise, we'd already have full mana and be good to go. There we go. That's not what I wanted. You definitely already have this max. 5% extra XP. Hey, it's not a lot, but it adds up. It shouldn't take extra damage from Fair Fire. I'm like 99% certain it wouldn't. Also, I still forgot to buy enchant. I did one thing I meant to do, not the other though. Theoretically, you could try doing it without it and hope that you don't need to spend the 30 gems. However, enchant just saves you so much time and you normally have to spend the 30 gems anyways. I just normally go for it. So, hello, Trilogy! Welcome. The only slight downside to a finesse team, though, is you can't ever one-shot. So for like the super early battles, it is ever so slightly slower. But it's still so quick that it doesn't really matter. It's kind of like a gargoyle team. Like when you use double gargoyle. Except it gets its mana even quicker than that. Yeah, it doesn't have a proper term in this game. I just personally call it pure damage. But yeah, set damage works too. I don't think it's termed anywhere in the entire game. As far as what the game refers to it as. I don't think the game even ever refers to it at all, ever. Which is kind of funny, because it's used a decent amount. A lot of things that are meta don't use it. But there's a lot of small instances of it, like on weapons and stuff. Charm's the main mechanic that uses it. but is never given a term. It's one of the reasons why Charm is actually pretty bad, other than the fact that it's super inconsistent, the fact that it doesn't really kill well when as more enemies die. But it also can't be increased in damage, other than the enemy having higher attack. But you know, you can't like Fairy Fire, you can't Hunter's Mark it, you can't do anything like that to make it do more damage. It's also one of the reasons why Lust is so annoying when it has the double charm. Because even if you're using a durable team with like reductions, none of those reductions work. So even if you have like a tank up front and you have some spell reduction, none of it does anything towards it. Which is why it always seems like it does so much damage. Because there is no way to lower the damage. Other than having 0 attack. Unless you use a Leshy to literally lower your attack to 0. My streaming program says the stream has lagged 11 times. I'm not sure what's up with it tonight. Before I started to stream, or as I started to stream the initial time, they said something was up with the key. And now that I reset the key, it's saying that the stream keeps lagging though, today. It doesn't seem too laggy on my output though. It has said it has lagged 11 times, according to the program. YouTube hasn't even said it has lagged a single time yet, though. Still have no clue why it decides to not want to work some nights. It's very strange. But if anyone has any questions or anything you want me to go over, do let me know. Could be the Arctic thing. True. Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with it. I probably should. Because it might actually be hitting my area soon. I actually forget where my stream server even goes to. Like as far as like the area for the thing. Because I know it's not in Texas, but it's somewhere like somewhat near there. I actually forget what state is to the bottom left of my state. But I believe that's where it's located. What's annoying with my service provider is our upload speed fluctuates anywhere from like 1 to like 30. And the problem with that is if it ever goes to 1, 2, or 3, our stream will normally be a little laggy. But if it maintains like 5 or higher, it'll never lag ever. But the problem is it keeps fluctuating like crazy. It is extremely inconsistent some days. I know the few times I've been to Chicago, I've never had like any lag at all, anywheres. Not at the airport, not at the house, not at a hotel, not anywheres. It was just like never lag. So I was never streaming there though, because that would have been all off of download speed, not upload speed. Because my download speed is actually pretty consistent here. It actually goes relatively high too. I think it goes almost up to like 500. It goes like absurdly high. But for whatever reason, download speed's absurd. I mean, upload speed is absurdly low. You can actually do 720 all the way down at like 2 or 3. 3 is actually enough to maintain 720. $1080 I believe requires about 6 or 7 to make sure it never lags, so it can be done with as little as 5. Like, if I test it right now, I'm pretty sure it's actually not horrible. Let's see. Let me go to the thing. Though it's probably not as good of a test when we're doing during something. Let's see. I'll test it right now. Our download speed's always so much lower if I ever test it while streaming. Because right now I only have 10 download, which is like absurdly low for what I normally have. And our upload seems to be around a 3, which is still lower than what it normally is. Yeah, it's like a 3.5. Yeah, both of those are super low numbers. It's probably because we're literally streaming right now. Let's see, I'll take that over. But yeah, right now it's saying I have 10 upload and 3.5 download. I mean, sorry, other way around. 10 download, 3.5 upload. However, it can go as high as about 500 download and 30 upload. But it fluctuates like crazy. Hello, Stat. Welcome. Hey, everything's been going well. Nice mix of everything, though we mostly only need the shards. The shards are always the best. Luckily, once you get one finesse going, they'll all get going. It's kind of the whole point of using it. When would you be able to get rope dart? I believe it was May something. I forget the exact date. But it's like mid-May, early May, somewhere's in May. It's during the next Pride Land event. And I believe it was mid-May. Forget the exact date off the top of my head, but it was sometime in May. So it's kind of around the corner. As far as Gems of War time is concerned, it's around the corner. These 3 months isn't that long compared to some waits in this game. Yeah, give it a couple months. But we can get the exact date. It is, let's see. It is... Why did that not work? Oh, we can't see that far here yet, can we? Oh, was it in May? I don't think we can currently see, actually, how far it goes. Yeah, it's not on the listing yet. Oh, it might be a little bit longer than that. Gosh. It's already been so long. Yeah, Pride Lands hasn't had an event for like over a year. I think by the time it gets an event, it would be over a year and a half since it got an event. And it's the only time you can ever get rope dart. %, is going to get nerfed about a month after, kind of like Life and Death did. As soon as everyone got Life and Death, they nerfed Life and Death. And they're probably going to do the same with rope dart. Where it's like they don't necessarily realize it's much of a problem. And then like everyone in the game gets it and starts using it. And then they're like, yeah, we should probably fix this now. Same thing's going to happen with rope dart. Where it's been so meta for so long. But because not everyone has it, they don't really have the data to show how ridiculously broken it is. Then once rope dart comes out, everyone's going to be using rope dart. And then they're going to have to nerf it. Because if they're going solely based on data, like rope dart probably doesn't look too bad right now. But then once everyone has rope dart, it's just going to spike up like crazy. That's what happened to Life and Death, and it's going to happen to rope dart most likely. $56.4 upload. That is insanely high. I on average have like 10% that. And that's with the best internet in my entire area. I pay a lot for my internet too. It's $100 a month. Let's see. Put that down. Yeah, I know. It would really help if they would actually provide what they advertise. Oh, you pay double that? Oh, wow. Okay, that is quite a bit. I thought 100 was a lot for it. That's literally the most expensive option in my area. Or, you know, the best quality. It's advertised as, like, 300 down and 30 up. But it fluctuates so hard. Yeah, I never paid for better internet until I actually needed it for work. Though it'd still be nice to have. Oh, that sounds really good. Catch you later, John. That sounds really good. I almost keep forgetting this is even a treasure room. It's a glory-based treasure room. It's actually the only glory-based treasure room in the game. It's also the only treasure room that doesn't have a gold value of 800 or more. Which I wish they would modify. Because it makes it harder to identify that it actually is a treasure room. For some people that don't know. Like, it's not obviously a treasure room, but it is a treasure room. You can kind of tell by how much glory we end up getting from it. But its gold amount is way below what a normal delve room would do. Or a normal treasure room would do. It wouldn't be that broken if they raised it from 250 to 800 gold, while still keeping the glory amount. Well, I'm pretty sure Ajit Pai had plenty to do while he was in charge of everything. I haven't really looked into it, but hopefully Joe Biden has put in someone in charge of it who is much more competent than Ajit Pai. But we will find out. Actually, it might have already happened. I haven't really been following it. But sure hope so. You did a delve earlier and had a def, but it was, but got a resummon. It still gave you the highest delve completed with no casualties. That should be a glitch. If you die and resummon, it still counts as a death. Oh no, was it the exact same troop? Maybe if it's literally the exact same troop, it doesn't. But no, last I recall, any death, even if you resummon it, is still a death in this game mode. It counts as a death. Doesn't count as deathless if you died and resummoned. Unless they changed it recently. I'm pretty sure it's still the same. I still find it funny Nintendo had to set up policies for how you can use their game because people were using it for political and other things. They literally had to put out a statement like saying not to. Only for non-profits and stuff like that. Also, speaking of Nintendo Direct tomorrow. I think I mentioned that earlier. It's the first one they've done in a year and a half. Pretty hyped for it. I'm really hoping for another Mario Party and Mario Kart 9. Also, if Mario Kart 9 comes out in the next few months, we will be streaming it like crazy. Also, Pokemon Unite looks like it's going to be a little bit longer than I initially anticipated, because it looks like they're starting a beta in Canada for it. Well, I'm not sure why Canada, but Canada. Which means they probably still have some time to go before it's actually going to be released. Yeah, very strange, but literally just Canada. Before it was just in China, and now it's just in Canada. Very weird choice. Though Gems of War somewhat did that. When they first launched Gems of War, if I'm not mistaken, for a very short duration, it was actually Australia only. Like, only on phones, Australia only, for a very short duration. Before it ever, like, released. Kind of like when they soft launched the game. And Nintendo wants polite feedback. Oh, it's not even Nintendo making the game, though. It's, Tencent. That one Chinese company. Nintendo's the publisher, but, Tencent's making the game. Do you think Gems of War will come out for PS5? Isn't it already? Because you could play PS4 games on PS5? Yeah, Monster Hunter Rise is a Switch exclusive, as well as that other Monster Hunter game. I never actually streamed the demo. I'm not sure if I'm even going to get it, to be honest. There's just so many other good games coming out around that time. Most notably Century Age of Ashes. That if we want realistic monsters, we'll just play Century Age of Ashes for cool looking dragons. Yeah, I'm likely going to be passing on it. I think the series looks rather interesting, but I'm not sure I really want to get into it. The Monster Hunter series. Alright, let me go hand out a code. I still haven't done that yet. I said I would do it like midway through the faction, and we're at like the last set. Let me go do that now. Code section, where are you hiding? One moment. Also, we're running low on codes, so we're also running out of days of the month, so that's kind of fine. Let's see, how many more do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom, that's the rest of the month. Oh, sorry, 11, 12, that's the rest of the month. Boom, we have 3 spares, nice. Well, technically not, because 2 Fridays within that time. So that means we have 1 spare code currently. Which means I could hand out 1 extra code this month. Technically. We'll see. That assumes we get more codes on a timely manner. Anyways, let me go get you guys this code. If I counted that right, we should have exactly 1 spare code this month. Which is actually pretty rare. Normally it's the other way around, where we have none. Where we have negative codes. Where we run out before the end of the month. This time around, we actually have a spare. It's probably because this month only has 28 days. Is probably the main reason for that. Obviously, if it was like 30, 31 days, we'd actually be out of codes before the end. But there you guys go. There is the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever game says right over here is what you put in for your invite code. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Just copy paste the random numbers and letters, starting with the JDZ. And give same order as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. And only use 1 PC mobile version of the game, of course, as always. Okay, what's the other thing blinking? Adventure board? Why are you blinking? We already finished everything in adventure board. Also, this thing, I'm so glad that doesn't blink, but that's still so annoying that it always has a exclamation point next to it. But let's go finish out this faction. And then we'll mess with the Mythic for a short duration. I need to go make a couple more teams. Especially if we're covering the video tomorrow. I'm just not really sure what else to really use with it. Like, you can kind of use Divine Ishbala with it and try to get that rolling. So you can go all in on magic or something. I just don't feel like it really synergizes too well. Its convert synergizes really well. But you don't necessarily want more skulls on the board. The reason for this is it can't remove skulls, the Mythic. So having more skulls on the board would just congest the board, since they're a lot less usable than colored gems. So even though it's green to yellow is good, its skull creation's technically bad. Because you don't necessarily want to create skulls with that new Mythic. Is it any good? Yes, the new Mythic's actually pretty good. We were messing with it last night. We'll do it a little bit more before the end of the stream as well. Two family members born on Leap Day. That's rather interesting and super rare. How do you celebrate someone's birthday who even has a Leap Day birthday? Do you just do it on the 28th, or do you do it on the 1st of March? And that must be weird, like knowing that your birthday's on the 29th. But then still celebrating it a day or earlier or later. So I'm pretty sure some people who have their birthday on Christmas probably do similar. Where they kind of celebrate it the day before or after. Not because the day doesn't exist, but because it kind of conflicts with another gift-giving holiday. Where you're kind of already going to be celebrating anyways, something. There's the lag. Oh, you finally got lag? Yeah, hopefully it'll be better tomorrow night. I did a lot of weird things tonight. One of which I've never seen it happen before either. Where it basically told me I had to change the stream key. I forget exactly what it said. It didn't exactly say that, but That's basically what it said. Never seen it happen before. Because that shouldn't ever really happen. It's not like the key ever expires. It lasts forever. Your friend is 30 but is officially like 7 years old. Yeah, if it's on a leap year, that is kind of funny. If you only count the birthdays. He ages in like dog years. Oh, so I still find it interesting. Normally when it lags, the audio doesn't seem to lag. Like the visual might, but the audio normally doesn't. Which I also find kind of weird. Which always makes me think it's like my graphics card or something. Whenever it does one or not the other. But it might be some other reason. You celebrate on March 1st. I guess that makes sense. Because that's the day after the 28th, so. That would make sense. But the on-screen chat will always lag by some amount, even if we're not lagging at all. It just has a delay to it. Not only is there a stream delay, but there's also a just a delay between when it would actually show up there. Like it shows up there like 1 or 2 seconds later than the it does in chat, and then even more based on stream delay. But even if there was like 0 stream delay whatsoever, it would still have like a 1 or 2 second delay in showing up there on screen. Oh, there we go. Can we get a blue to make up for the vault key that was so horrible earlier? Hey, there we go. It listened. Oh, so just for fun, let's open the vault key we got today. Literally right now. See if we can do better than the awfulness that we just got earlier. I'm looking for games. Vault key. Click the right one. Make this weapon not useless. Let's go see what this thing can do. Is that so you can prevent abuse in chat? No, it's just how it is. It's not because of that. That's just how it is. I don't have any delay set to anything. Any delay that ever happens is just natural delay. It's kind of funny because the program actually processes it immediately, but on-screen version of it actually has a slight delay. Theoretically, if I look at all 3 of my chats that I have up, all 3 of them actually process the chat at a different time. With the one in my stream overlay actually being the quickest. The one that you guys can't see, though. It actually processes it as immediately as immediate can happen. And then the next quickest is the one that you guys see, which I also see. The one that's actually in the chat itself. And then the latest one is the one that's actually visually next above me. But all 3 actually occur at a different time. Because I can actually see chat before you guys can even see chat. The one that you guys type in, like that one. The one in my stream actually gets it from YouTube somehow before, before it even shows up there. It's not by much, it's by like half a second to a second. But it is ever so slightly quicker. Hey, this one's a bit better, especially if that's a blue. Oh, it is! Look how much better that key is compared to the one we spent 120 gems on. That's the one we got for free, and we got a blue and 2 gem keys. Nice. That makes up for how bad the other one was. We got 2 blue orbs today. Not bad. Making progress. We should go craft his boss troop soon. When is the next Fall Guys stream? I have no clue. I think next season's in a few weeks because seasons are oddly enough almost aligned with Gems of War seasons. It has been pretty much up to this point. So given that we're pretty much at the end of this season, I would assume next season's in like 3 or 4 weeks for Fall Guys. I haven't bothered checking the date recently. But yeah, like 3 or 4 weeks. We might stream it again once prior to then. We'll see. They added some really cute Valentine's Day skins. One the other day and another one coming out tomorrow. A cute koala bear and one's a red panda. The koala bear thingy's coming out tomorrow. But yeah, they're really adorable. They even have like fur physics. Well, they don't have like actual fur on them, but they're made to look fluffy. Kind of like they're like a plush animal kind of thing. They even did a short video ad for it too. I'm not sure if they took the ad out on YouTube or where, but they made like a small little ad on it. Maybe they just posted it to their Twitter, who knows. But it was short enough that it seemed like an ad because it was like 15 seconds. And it was saying, hey, go play the game for the skin. Because they made it super cheap so you'd easily be able to get it. But anyways. And can I explain the penguin aspect? I'm not sure what you mean by that. But we will be doing it again at some point. Century Age of Ashes we're going to be doing a lot next month. And also if Nintendo announces anything tomorrow, we might be doing that. If they announce something big. Like Mario Kart in a month. Or whenever that's coming out. Like if they release Mario Kart 9 or New Mario Party, we will be playing it like crazy. Particularly Mario Kart 9. A new Mario Party we could. But it'd be bad if they don't do a proper online feature. Which is definitely my biggest hope for it. But time will tell. We'll find out tomorrow what they announce. So you have a video for the double vault in TH? What do you mean by TH? Oh, treasure hunt? Do I have a video? Yes, I have a video of me getting it, if I'm not mistaken. Somewheres. Let me go look for it real quick. I think I kind of explained it as a guide, I think. I actually forget if I explained it as a guide or not. I could have sworn I covered it at some point. Let me check my channel real quick. It was when the achievement came out I went over it. I forget if it was only on stream or if I did a separate video. 2 vaults. 2 vaults, 1 map. Here it is. I'm not sure if I bothered explaining during it. But, I think this might just been a clip from the stream. I'm not sure. Gosh, that's 3 years ago? That was that long ago? Wow. Gosh, time flies by. That was all the way... That's almost 4 years ago. That was December of 2017. But there you go. There's the video that went over it. I have no clue if I explained how to do it or not in that video. I assume I explained at least some strategy. I believe we got it first try too or something, if I'm not mistaken. Like the first time we tried for it. Yeah, that was our video that we did on it. That's ages ago, but it's still applicable. It hasn't changed. It's still the same treasure hunt. Hasn't changed in ever. Well, some of the loot has changed, but how you play it hasn't changed ever. Like, it's literally the exact same from when it launched the first year. As far as gameplay. Has not been touched. Actually, the amount of turns that you start with has been modified over the years. But aside from that, nothing else has really changed with it. The actual gameplay of it's still the same. But who knows, maybe once they finally do a Vault rework this year, it might be slightly different. Like maybe the Epic Vault will have a different game mode rule set or something. Because they definitely are still planning on doing a treasure hunt rework. It was supposed to come around the time of Arena rework, but they separated the two. Obviously, they did the Arena already. However, they haven't done one for treasure hunt yet. They still plan to, but who knows when they're actually going to get around to it. Especially now that they're working on Puzzle Quest 3, so time will tell. But anyways, oh yeah. Didn't actually mess much with the Mythic, did I? I had that in the video, and I meant to. But, where does I have the Mythic currently? But yeah, this is the main team we've been using with it so far. It's, Quetzalma with the, Rope Dart Hero, Mercy, and, the Bunny. And what's interesting about it is it's pretty much Green Guild War. You can just change out the weapon. However, it does drastically reduce its damage potential by replacing out the weapon, unfortunately. But, yeah, it can do some pretty crazy stuff. It's not an infinite loop, but it is pretty good for looping. But yeah, skulls really get in the way. So basically what you want to do with this is get rid of whatever the most populated color is. However, you want to keep a few colors on the board. One is green, if you can manage to keep it on the board, because you need it to mana accumulate and to also feed into these other two. But you also want to normally keep whatever the converters are on your team alive. So for example, blue and purple, because we can convert them over. So we want to keep these colors on the board so that we can go and convert them. Like right here, we have Mercy alignment. So we want to have the purple on the board so we can do that. And for same reason for the bunny, we have yellow to blue here, which I just ruined by doing that fail. Well, we had yellow to blue alignment. Well, let's go get rid of, I guess, green now. Just because it's a better cascade and boom instead. Yeah, it's not bad at all. It's a lot of fun to use. Its actual viability is kind of shaky, though. But it's definitely not bad. There's a lot of potential. And it's definitely green Guild War usable. Just with a few tweaks. The main tweak being hero needs to be using something else, obviously. Mercy, do you have alignment? No. Is it still worth casting? Yes. It's so much mana. Oh, good. We cascaded a free extra turn. Nice. Okay, let's get rid of the Leprechaun, I guess. I probably should have aimed for Rope Dart. He's using Frost Mage. So we'll grab that. Just have Mercy ready to go. I kind of want to get rid of green now since we have full mana and everything. It's so populated, I think we'll have the best chance of landing an extra turn. Sometimes you will have to do that to colors that you actually need, unfortunately. Right here would be a great bunny convert, and luckily we have it. So we'll do that. Looks like another instance where we might want to get rid of green. However, we should probably get full mana before we do. And now it looks like we kind of want to do brown. Before we do, we could just target something. Then we could do it onto brown. Get it again. Oh, I missed. Let me cast. I just killed itself with Reflect. That's funny. Oh no, we got silence on the other guy. Stop silencing stuff. Stop silencing all the things that have full mana. Oh, we're entangled too. Gosh, this is such a bad situation. It would actually be beneficial if he killed my first slot. Thank you. That actually made this easier. That dying made things easier. Because now we're not entangled anymore. Gosh, that was a weird turn of events. Now we can't do anything because our silence is silence. I mean, our cleanse is silence. There we go. A little late, though, and I don't really have much value I could do off it on the board. And it doesn't even matter what we cast. So it does gain boost ratio based on how many gems get removed. So if you remove something like 15, it gets 45 extra damage, 3 each. Yeah, let's go try a different team with it. I haven't really messed around with too many different teams with it yet. Let's go see if we could try doing Divine Ishbala. I feel like the skulls is kind of getting in the way. But I kind of want to see what a Divine Ishbala Quillen or something could do. I kind of want to keep the Mercy or something, though. Do we just completely get rid of Hero? We could actually make this into pure Divine. Even with Priest class there. Wait, hold up. Don't we have a Divine Exploding Weapon? We do. It gets countered by the red Alpha Ishbala, though. Interesting. Honestly, we could just have that in front of the thing. What color are we not using at this point? Brown. There's no plus. Okay, good. That's exactly what we need, actually. I mean, not exactly, but we can still make that work. I almost kind of want Rabbit now, but I still want to be able to use blue. Alright, I think we'll roll with Fist of Heaven. We'll try it this way. Problem is we have one whole less convert at the beginning of battle. We're also blocking its green a little bit. Which might make its mana accumulation a bit slower. Oh, definitely would. Not might. It definitely would make its mana accumulation a little slower. Sure if I like it as much. Curious to see what happens once we get it going, though. I actually missed. Come on, Divine Spala, we need you. Stop looping. No. Gosh, this thing's loop potential is pretty interesting. I should have actually kept red on the board. I forgot we actually use that now for our convert. We did in the previous team, but this one does use red for skulls. Alright, there we go. A little sloppy there. But it still came through for us. With that little bit of higher mana start. It's a bit risky though. Like everything here dies very easily. Oh yeah, I'll be streaming Mario Party a lot if they release a new Mario Party. It's kind of time. Mario Parties generally, at least in the past, came out like every few years. And this is the 3-year mark, which would imply it's Mario Party time. This is actually one of the longest durations they've ever gone without a Mario Party. Actually, this right now is the longest duration they've ever gone without a Mario Party since Mario Party started getting created by a different company. Is actually the longest duration ever without a new Mario Party. Because you can't really count when they were formed into a new company. Because obviously there would be some delay within that time frame. But not counting that time, this is the longest duration they've ever gone without making a new Mario Party. Which means there's like a 95% chance they're announcing a new Mario Party tomorrow. Mercy, you're aligned, good. Oh, I should have actually used Ishbala here. We're gonna have to do a weird color now. You know what? I kind of do like it with Divine Ishbala. A lot more than I thought I would. It gets rid of 1 in power, but the higher mana start initially still helps a lot. And the skulls aren't really as in the way as I thought they would be. They still are, because we can't remove skulls. But we're getting so much skull value out of them that it kind of doesn't matter. Because you can't target skulls here. This is me trying to target skulls, it won't let you. Mercy would be great right here. Why are you 1 mana short? Let's see. We'll go for that. And dead. Yeah, this team's not bad. I can show this one. As much as I want to take that Firebomb revenge battle, it's not a real team. Does the new Sun Troop work well with the new Mythic? Which new Sun Troop? Sun. I'm trying to think of what troop you're referring to. Because this is the new Suncrest Mythic. So I'm not sure what the other new Mythic you're referring to is. Do you mean Ironhawk with this? Is that what you're referring to? Ironhawk with Quetzalma? Yeah, I didn't realize that you meant the sun as in this is the Suncrest troop. I thought the other way around is like this is the new Mythic and the other one is. But if you mean with Ironhawk, it would be okay with Ironhawk. The problem with Ironhawk is it doesn't extra turn properly. Whereas obviously you want to try focusing on extra turning. Which is the biggest issue with this weapon. It doesn't actually help us extra turn. Oh, you mean the sun as in the legend from the campaign. No, I would never use them together. The sun gives no value to this Mythic. The Mythic gives value to the Sun Troop, but the sun doesn't give value to this. And generally, if you're building around the Mythic, you'd want to do an assisting troop with it. Okay, our resummon kind of died. I almost feel like putting Divinish Bala in first slot, but then it's going to be blocking yellow way too heavily. Maybe we can get away with putting Mercy in first slot, actually. But then we might run out of cleanse very quickly, which would also be bad. This board in general has been pretty horrible to us. That should be dead. Alright, there we go. But yeah, I wouldn't bother using this with the sun. I wouldn't bother using the sun at all, really, to be honest. Let's go try changing up this team by doing that. That makes this team a lot safer. Like a lot safer. Because now we could resummon over Mercy when she dies. Of course. I was about to take an extra turn, and both the 2 extra turns on the board are now frozen. Wonderful. As much as I don't want to target green, that's just way too much value. The stream has been kind of all over the place today as far as frame rate. It's been weird today. Okay, this is much better. Okay, we found another team. Oh yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. We'll definitely make at least one more team for the video. We should probably make a cheap team. I think again, this team's kind of cheap. Divinish Bala is the hardest thing on this team. Not counting the Mythic. Because obviously the team is built around the Mythic. So it never actually counts as one of them. As far as rarity is concerned. Because obviously if we're trying to make a team for a Mythic, then, well, the Mythic has to be included. So we'll take that down and hope for a good Cascade. I really need Mercy mana. I kind of want to convert away green here. Even though we need this mana. Because you can still get Alpha Blue. And now I think we just win. Yep, we just win. You know what's actually making Divinish Bala work? The fact that it's a double convert makes it so there's 2 whole less colors we need to worry about. Which is making it surprisingly effective. Because we get 2 value for the price of 1. Since it's double converting 2 things we don't need. In a single cast. That's what's actually giving it a lot of its value. But yeah, Divinish Bala definitely not bad with it, for sure. Unfortunately, it's not a 50% mana start, though. I wonder if they're ever going to buffer back up to 50%. I sure wish they would. It still seems weird that every other typing has 50%, but Divines have 40%. That will bug me forever until they change it, if they're ever going to bother changing it. It used to be 50%, but they nerfed it at one point. But in doing so, it just seems so weird compared to everything else. So we got a really slow board right now. It's a problem with having only 1 convert. Until we get rolling, it's going to be really bad. Alright, now we can just Divinish Bala and be good to go. So throw that down. Get our scope poke. Grab a removal of brown. Divinish Bala it. Throw that down onto like purple or something. Actually, blue would have been a good one too. And instead. Yeah, it's really solid. Gets the job done. It's a really fun troop to use. I'm not sure how its viability is really going to be. I feel like it's somewhat slow a lot of these battles, but it's a lot of fun to use. It has that fun factor, if nothing else. I'm just not sure it's really going to be meta for anything. But it's definitely fun. Is Aquaticus still viable on occasions? Ever so occasionally. The biggest issue with it is if it gets blue countered, it loses like all of its explosions, which just makes it like one of the worst Infernus like troops in the game. If there's like a really heavy amount of blue, it could work. But if you don't specifically have Blue Storm, it loses a lot of value compared to other Infernus like troops. Like in almost every instance, Obsidius or Infernus or almost any other troop similar to them ends up being better than Aquaticus. There are very few instances where it's actually useful. And normally you would use, if you want something somewhat like Aquaticus, though it doesn't have Submerge, but as far as like coloration and stuff, you normally use Mistralis. Like Mistralis is basically just a definitive better version of Aquaticus. Like Mistralis with Frost Mage is just definitively better than Aquaticus. It does what it does, plus a billion other things on top of it. It requires 2 troops, but it's in effect Aquaticus that's like 10 times better as far as the overall effect that you get. It is so situational that you would need a 4-time Submerge immediately with 1 single extra turn. Did they nerf it in response to the old meta status? It was nerfed from 50% to 40% because of Divine Protector, Ubistet, Divine Ishbala, and one other troop. I actually forget what it is off the top of my head. But that team was so meta at one point that they just nerfed it by lowering it to 40%. They actually nerfed literally every troop on the team during one patch. And Ubistet kind of became pointless at that point. But Divine Ishbal also got nerfed to 40%. And one other thing also got tweaked. I forget what it was. A couple things got rebalanced there. But it was in response to Ubistet teams. Like the really strong ones back in the day. And by back in the day, I mean like 3 years ago or whenever it was. I can't remember. 2 or 3 years. Whenever Divines were super meta. They also tried adding Fallen Valdis to try to counter them, which was kind of funny because Fallen Valdis is like the worst mythic in the game, even against Divines. It's so awful. It's like top 5 worst mythic in the entire game. And they tried adding that to counter Divines, and it's like, well, that's not going to counter Divines. Like they needed stuff to like properly counter Divines, but instead of like properly doing it and leaving at 50% and adding like proper counters, they're like, nope, we're just going to nerf it to nothing. It's down to 40%. Divine Ishbala does get a lot of value, though, because of its double enchant and everything. I still wish they would bring it back to 50%, though, and just tone down Divine Ishbala's cast or something. Like, get rid of her double enchant, even. I think she used to have cleanse and double enchant, which obviously was super insane back then, too. Because she used to 4 times cleanse your entire team. She obviously got that removed. But, I wish they would give her 50% back and just remove her double enchant. That would nerf her a little bit in the sense of how much mana she could do. But it's just so annoying that she's 40% instead of 50. And that would be a good justification to bring her back to 50 if they got rid of both the enchants on her. Because just her converter alone is enough to still be viable. And just using her for 50% in the many teams that's useful in. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be calling it a night for now. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, an hour and a half prior to now tomorrow. We're mostly going to be going and getting the Valentine's Day pet. Obviously, Valentine's Day has already passed, but the pet is available tomorrow. The 2021 Valentine's Day pet. So make sure to go get that, as you won't be able to get it again until 2022 or 2023, whenever they decide to do it again. Because if I'm not mistaken, there were a couple holiday pets we haven't been able to get again. The 2020 Lunar New Year pet we didn't get this year. And the 2019 and 2020 and 2018, if there was one, Valentine's Day pets we haven't had. We didn't get any of the other Valentine's Day pets. I'm not sure if any of them were planned. Forgot to double check, but yeah, we haven't gotten any of the other ones yet this year. Actually, that's not true. I think for $5, one of the Cupid one was available. I think this was 2019 one. I'm not sure. But none of them were available for free this year yet, unless they're still planning one this weekend or something. But anyways, guys, I'm going to try to get a video up for Mythic tomorrow. I do have several other things I need to do tomorrow. So there's a possibility it gets shifted to Thursday. But I'm going to try to get it down. And if it's not tomorrow, it'll definitely be out by Thursday. The Mythic that came out this Monday and next Monday. Technically has 2 release dates. Theoretically has 4 release dates. It has, it came out this Monday. It comes out next Monday. It comes out whenever it's available on SoulForge. And it comes out whenever Suncrest has another event, not counting next week. So it technically has 4 release dates. 2 of them for free to play and 2 of them for paid. The first paid one was on this Monday. The second paid one, the cheaper one, is next Monday. Well, we'll get the video up soon. But anyways, guys, we'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your week.